Hopefully everyone is fine. In today's video, we will be discussing the concept of traveling salesperson problem using branch and bound method. Now, when we talk about traveling salesperson problem, what we have to do is that we have to find a path from, if let's say starting vertex is A. So I have to find a path from A that covers all the vertices, whether it covers B, C, D, or the path covers A, C, B, D, or the path covers A, D, B, C. So we have to cover that particular path where all the vertices are explored once, and whatever path, whichever is giving us minimum cost, we have to find that particular path. There are many ways of doing so. So one of the way is branch and bound method that deals with minimum cost. So this is a minimization problem, by the way. So what we have to do in this particular case is we have to find a total minimized cost as such from the very first part. So what we have done is we have put up infinite values from A to A, B to B, C to C, and D to D. They don't make any relevance. So we have taken that. So what we will do is we have a particular constraint A. So there are three options, whether I go from A to B, B to C, or C to D. So that's what we have to choose. And we have to calculate the minimum possible cost value also. So if I try to reduce the cost or minimize cost, what we will do is we'll find a total reduction cost from rows and columns that can be calculated as minimized cost for A. So if I talk about rows, so this row is having a minimum value of 3. This row is having a minimum value of 7. This row is having a minimum value of 1. And this row is having a minimum value of 2. So if I talk about row reduction value, so that value turns out to be 3 plus 7, 10, plus 1, 11, plus 2, 13. So total reduction value is 13. Right? So what we will do, we will reduce 3 from all the values. After that, we will calculate column reduction value. So if 3 is reduced from all the values, the answers turn out to be 3 is reduced, okay, 3 is reduced from 10, the answer comes out to be 7. Then 3 is reduced from 5, the answer comes out to be 2. 3 is reduced from 3, the answer comes out to be 0. 7 is reduced from 8, the answer comes out to be 1, 2, and 0. Then we got 0, 5, and 8, 0, 1, and 6. So the answers turn out to be A, B, C, and D. And we have got A, B, C, and D. The answer turns out to be infinite, 7, 2, 0, 1, infinite, 2, 0, 0, 5, infinite, 8, 0, 1, 6, infinite. So after that, what we will do is we will do the column reduction value also. So column reduction value can be calculated by finding the minimum values amongst column. So infinite 1, 0, 0 would be 0. 7, infinite 5, 1, the answer would be 1. 2, 2, infinite 6 is 2, and 0 is minimum value is 0. So if 1 is reduced from all, so it becomes 6, this becomes 4, this becomes 0. 2 is reduced from this becomes 0, 0, and this becomes 4. So if column reduction value, if I totally calculate, it is 1 plus 2. The answer is column reduction value is 3. So total reduction cost is 13 plus 3, which is 16 for vertex A. And what is the next possible matrix would be infinite 6, 0, 0, right? 1, infinite, 0, 0, 0, 4, infinite, 8, and 0, 0, 4, infinite. So this is what we have got. So guys, this answer is 16, and we have to calculate the answer from A to B, A to C, and A to D accordingly. So that's what we have calculate, right? Now, the point is that this answer is calculated. So it means I have to calculate the answer from A to B. There is possibility I have to calculate answer from A to C also. And there is possibility that I have to calculate the answer from A to D also. So if I want to calculate the answer from A to B, there are many things that we need to consider. Firstly, we have to keep A row and B column as we have to freeze the values. So their values would be taken as infinite, 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 right? Infinite, infinite, infinite. And since we are going from A to B, I cannot go from B to A. So by default, this value is also be taken as infinite value. So we have answers some certain matrix values as A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D. Some matrix values are by default infinite. C to C is infinite, D to D is infinite, right? And rest of the values are ditto same. Ditto same means just see. These values will remain as such. We have to just write the values accordingly. So we have 1 infinite 0 0. So it means this is two zeros. 0 4 0 4 infinite and 8. We got 0. Okay, we got 4 over here, right? So how we have to calculate this whole thing? Firstly, try to find the reduction value. So reduction value is infinite, 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 infinite. Nothing can be reduced. Infinite, which infinite is lesser? We don't know. So by default, this answer is 0. So infinite, infinite, 0, 0, the answer is 0. Minimum value is 0, 0. So no row reduction. Then let's say column reduction 0, all infinite, no reduction. There is minimum value is 0 and 0. It means there is no reduction value. So how we have to calculate the answer? The answer is calculated that total cost is minimum cost that you have already calculated from A to B. A value is 16. We have calculated minimum cost is 16. Total reduction cost and the cost from A to B matrix. The A to B matrix answer was 6. Similarly, minimum cost of this answer would also be, the total cost would be this minimum cost plus total reduction cost plus A to C cost. Similarly, total cost would be minimum cost plus total reduction cost plus A to D matrix. So this answer, minimum cost is 16 by default. Total reduction cost is 0. There is no reduction cost, and A to B matrix cost is 6. So the answer is 22. So guys, remember the answer over here. Answer is 22. If we get any answer which is lesser than 22, we'll pick that path, right? So if I have to calculate from A to C, if I have to calculate Ath row and Cth column, infinite, we got A, B, C, D, A, B, C, and D, right? And I cannot travel from C to A also. So this answer is also going to be infinite. Fine. So rest of the B to B matrix is infinite and D to D matrix is infinite, and rest answers are similar. We got 1. So infinite over here, 4 over here, and 8 over here. We got 0, 0, and 12. So if I have to calculate minimum reduction cost, no reduction. Against no reduction, minimum cost is 0. Over here, guys, just check. Infinite 4, infinite 8, minimum cost is 4. If I reduce it, I will reduce it later over here. Now I'm reducing 4. So this answer becomes 0 and this answer becomes 4. So at least total reduction cost is 4. We have to check this. No reduction. Infinite, now it has become 0. No reduction, no reduction, and no reduction. So minimum reduction that we have got was 4. Minimum cost was 16 and A to C. whether there is A to C. No. A to C answer is 0. This answer is 20, guys. So 20 to 20. So 20 is preferred, but let's see if we get even lesser than 20. So if I try to solve this particular scenario, first A row, D column. I cannot travel from D to A. D to A will also be infinite. So we have got A, B, C, D, and A, B, C, and D. So this answer, guys, we have to calculate 1, the infinite, and infinite over here 1, 0, 0, 4, infinite 0, 4, right? So we have got this as 0. We have to calculate this. This answer is 0, 0, and 0. Nothing is reduced. 0, 0, 0, 0. No reduction takes place. The answer is 0. Minimum cost is 16. A to D answer was, I guess, was 0. Clearly, there is no reduction which took place and there is no cost from A to D. This answer actually turns out to be 16, guys. So clearly, I would go with this path, A to D path. So it means I will carry forward one answer from this is this answer. So whatever matrix is chosen, that answer is chosen as an answer. So for the next particular terms, so we got this as an answer, right? Just a minute. Yeah. Yeah, this answer we are is a answer for next calculating answer. Clearly, the answer is A to D, which is chosen. So there is a possibility I can go to B. There is also possibility I can go to C. So I'll explore both possibilities with this particular scenario. We got A to D, D to B, A to D, D to C. So in this way, guys, firstly, what we have to do is we have to keep Ath row, Dth column, and Bth column as freezed values. Again, I repeat, A row, D column, and B column. Same applies over here. A row, D column, and C column. A row, D column, C column. Right? Done. Then, important thing, I cannot go from B to D. So we have got A, B, C, D, and A, B, C, D. I cannot go from B to D. So B to D is already infinite. I cannot go from B to A also. B to A is infinite. I cannot go from D to A. See, it's a very simple thing. I cannot, we have got A to D, D to B. So I cannot go from B to D. So this answer is infinite. I cannot go from B to A either. So I put it as infinite. I cannot go from D to A either. That is not possible because we are reaching this particular scenario. So, right, same applies over here. I cannot go from I cannot go from C to D, infinite. I cannot go from D to A, infinite. I cannot go from C to A also, infinite, right? And rest values as such. right? And rest values over here as such. Calculate the answer over here. The answer would be 0, 0, 0, infinite, infinite, 4, infinite, 4. Reduction is 4, right? So infinite. So if I reduce 4, thus answer becomes 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. So total reduction value is 4, right? Then what we have to do is we have to calculate minimum cost. Total cost would be minimum cost plus D to B cost. We are going from D to B and total reduction cost. So minimum cost is 16, D to B cost is 0 plus total reduction cost. The answer is 20. So this answer, guys, is giving us 20. Let's calculate this answer. 0, 1, 4 and 0, right? Right? 1 plus 4 becomes 5, right? So this becomes 0, this becomes 0, this becomes, again, if I have to calculate this, 0, 0. So total reduction cost, guys, even we are calculating minimum cost plus D to C cost plus total reduction cost. This is 16, this is 5, this is D to C cost is 4. So this is 16 plus 9, which is 25. So obviously, I will choose this particular cost, which is this part. So it means that I will choose this particular vertex, this particular values, right? So in the next particular page, we'll choose this. We got a scenario where we have got A to D, D to B, and obviously we will go from B to C. That's what we are going to basically go about that. But if I want to still calculate the total cost, all we just need to is to see the B to C cost, which is also 0. So let's calculate the whole particular scenario. The whole particular scenario would be this answer, the total cost will be calculated as A to D, D to B. So it means matrix, right? D, B, and C all are infinite. So the answer would be infinite, 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 infinite. Then dth column, cth column, and bth column, all infinite values. Then I cannot go from C to A, infinite. I cannot go from B to D, already infinite. I cannot go from C to A. I cannot go from C to B. I cannot go from C to D, infinite. I cannot go from B to D, also infinite. I cannot go from B to A, infinite. And even I cannot go from C to A either. So C to A value is infinite, and again, D to A value is also infinite. All values are infinite. So total cost would be minimum cost plus we have added another uh, vertex, which is B2C, plus total reduction cost. Even you try to reduce, nothing will be reduced. So total reduction cost would be 0. And B2C cost, we have checked over here, answer is 0. And minimum cost, we have calculated as 16. So this clear case is 16. So guys, this is a particular path that we need to follow, and that's how your question is solved. If you have any sort of doubt, kindly put it in comment section. Thank you for watching. Kindly like, share, subscribe. Thank you very, very much.